shirt right now. It's like I'm wearing a shirt right now.
She didn't respond after that. Yeah, well, that's what she texted me too. I texted her the same prices.
I have about an hour left to my trip back to Long Island, and we're currently going over the Throgs Neck Bridge. So as you can see, I'm finally home, and I have those marks from my glasses. I don't have some weird nose job bruises or anything like that. I filmed today. It's funny because sometimes you try and plan things and try and control the situation. So when I was driving home, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to conclude this video with. Like, my day wasn't really that interesting. It's always just kind of incredible to me how things work out the way that they should, and there's always like some kind of lesson or something that is in it. Almost done with the book. What Vlogmas has been for me so far, it's allowed me to kind of tie everything together. I don't know why I'm tearing up right now. That noise was one of my dogs trying to go out the doggy door, and the other one I'm staring at pooping and kicking his poop. So I'm gonna try to lighten the mood real quick. Anyway, I've been able to kind of like tie the days together. How I think I need to stop and do this over a different time. Hi. How like one piece of gratitude from one day is like carried over to the next, but in a different way. Like it's like a different lesson. Hey, baby. And I mean, I guess it's kind of the whole point of me doing this is to like grow and learn. I'm sorry, I just scratched my neck and I don't know why it's like doing that. They're kind of like tying one thing into the next. Every time I hear or read a book like this, it always inspires me. I feel like I'm being so dramatic right now and I'm really not trying to. It always inspires me to be a better person, to be more selfless. But I think that, okay, this is so bad. Like, how many books have you guys read that have changed your day and inspired you to be better and stuff like that? How many? And is your life really that much different? For the majority of the time, it's not. So yeah, maybe it changes you in some little way, but did it actually like radically change your life? Who knows? But it's on you to make that decision. And so in the end of the book, he talks a lot about believing in the power of one. How one person can really make a world of difference. And he kind of goes through his whole story. He was burned as a child, and he goes through like his whole life up pretty much up to this point. How like one person has changed every step of the journey for him. I'm sorry if this is overboard. I just feel like, yeah, so it's always like a refresher to me that I want to be a better person. This idea that I've had in my head for the last few days is something that I really wanted to touch upon in these videos for Vlogmas, but the time wasn't right. So today I am sharing it because it fits. I've talked about it on my posts before about living your highlight reel. And a lot of people say that, you know, you post, but is that actually what your life is? Like, are you really that happy or selfless or anything? A lot of my page is filled with positivity and body confidence and stuff like that. And you can only be your best, right? So as much as I project that out there, I of course still struggle with it. And that's why I'm putting it out there, because something is happening in my life and that I struggle with. So what has like made me think a lot these last few days is the issue of like, Julianne, I've just been doing a lot more reflection on like, Julianne, do you actually like live those words? And do you actually act that way? And I'm really stubborn and A-type personality. Sometimes I have my own issues with controlling. What I've wanted to talk about at the end of one of these Vlogmases was to just really like live your life the way that you speak and like the way that you preach. You hear that all the time, but it's something that I think that I really need to work on. Because it's not that I'm not selfless in my daily life, but I think I need to be like more compassionate and loving to those that are closest to me. Because I think that I'm PMSing right now because this is nuts. Those are the people that I struggle the most with being selfless towards and telling that I love. So it's almost like I think about it all the time, like why is that the case? And they always say you hurt the ones you love, all that stuff, but I don't want to be that person. And a lot of what he says in the end of his book is to act from a place of love instead of a place of fear. It just got me thinking, it really is just fear. It's fear of like being hurt or being rejected or whatever it is, because we all have our own fears. He also talks a lot about having like inflection points, like these points in your life where it kind of just like hits you and you kind of make that decision like, all right, am I either going to go right or I'm going to go left? It's like a turning point. So I feel like today is kind of an inflection point for me to make the decision to be selfless and to stop focusing so much on myself. And fitness has made me somewhat selfish because I don't get to split my time up because I'm focusing on the gym and I'm focusing on this, whatever it is. But that's the whole reason why we're here. Like, it's to motivate and it's to inspire and it's to change other people's lives. So I want to kind of refocus my whole thing and like really make the effort to be selfless. It's different than just sitting there and saying like, I'm going to be selfless. This is like the point that I've hit right now where I think that's what I need to do to grow in a lot of different areas. And a lot of us focus a lot on followers, status, and that's something that I focus on too. And as much as I don't want to think I do, I really do. It really does come from a place of just wanting to have more reach and wanting to inspire and like be that person to other people, but it can't come from that place because that just holds me back. My inflection point right now is to just turn my selfishness off completely. And every single time I act, I need to remind myself what the purpose is and that it's not about me, and to chase significance over success and focus more on making a difference than making it about me and what I want to stand for. That'll come through my actions. As I was approaching my house, I was thinking to myself that a lot of us social influencers really do that, or they act as if they do that. But do they really do that? Are they really these people? I think the ones that are going to be the most selfless are going to be the ones that last. I think that some people try to stay in the confinement of the perfect social influencer and like the mold that you have to fit to be successful in social media. And I get really frustrated with that often. And as much as I get frustrated with the individual who's doing it, I think my frustration is also with the follower themselves, because you are the consumer in a sense. Like, you are following that blue button, those comments, that like. Yes, you want to support everybody, but like, do you understand what you're supporting? Are you supporting somebody who's promoting no days off, train 365 days a year, you have to be shredded, blah, blah, blah? Like, is that what you're supporting? Because is that really healthy? So of all these social media influencers that we're watching on the daily, like, Are they promoting something that is attainable for all of us? Are they being selfless or are they being selfish? That comes down to the follower. That comes down to who you support. So you can still fit the mold or be like cool, whatever that means, and still stand out and be different. So it just prompted the question to me of like, why? Like, why do they still do this? Why do they still feel need to fit in this mold? And it just came back to fear. And it's either fear or it's love, and for them it's fear. And I just feel like one person can change the world and the course, and I'm not saying that person is going to be me, but I think one person can make a big difference. And so I'm concluding this with the decision to act completely out of selflessness and out of a place of love, and that's it. Just to let go of all fear, like this little guy, and to be a positive role model and to really live what I preach and just love 110% every single day and every step of the way. So I didn't really separate that into gratitude and wisdom, but I think it's pretty obvious that they're both in there. So thank you for watching, and sorry for being emotional because that was totally unplanned, but it's been really liberating and important for me to go through these steps to better myself, better my brand, and to help you guys more. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget to comment below with your gratitude and wisdom. Thank you.